there's a cure for this, I don't want it, I don't want it. If there's a remedy.
Alright guys, we have a bombshell sponsor. I would like to thank StyleWe for sponsoring today's video. So guys, StyleWe is essentially an online website where you can go and you can purchase very sophisticated, high quality items at an affordable price. I love the fact that you can purchase different items from a host of designers. So I love the layout, the platform, as well as the garment. So let's go ahead and get into this first look. So guys, this first look is a gorgeous two-piece yellow polka dot satin feel set. I absolutely love this set. Now guys, you can purchase this separately. You do not have to purchase it together. So the skirt that you see is a size medium, as well as the top. I love the fact that the skirt just kind of cinches your waistline. It has a zipper on the side. However, I would encourage that maybe you consider sizing up. It does not have any stretch. As far as the shirt, the blouse is concerned, the blouse is gorgeous. It is versatile. Now, it does have a tie sash on the shirt, and you can definitely remove that. You can remove it and tie it around your waist or just pair it with other outfits. The shirt is definitely true to size. Now, if you want something that's just a little bit looser, you can size up, or you can get your size and just kind of cinch it at the waist, maybe with like a hair tie, and then just tuck it in and crop it. So I love the top. I love the fact that it is extremely versatile. All right guys, so this next look is so pretty, so soft, and so sophisticated. So I selected these beautiful satin yellow slacks in a size medium. Now, as far as my tall girlies, it is not necessary. These pants are not necessarily tall girl friendly. So I would encourage that maybe you go up a size if you are a little bit taller. I am 5'3", and so the pants hit me exactly where they should, but I do typically like my pants to fit a little bit longer. With these slacks, they are fitted at the waistline. They have belt loops. You have the zipper closure. The fabric on the pants is pretty thick, and it is very, very flattering. Now, this gorgeous cream sweater that you guys see before you is just absolutely beautiful. It is so soft, so feminine, so comfortable. I love the fact that it does cinch the waist, and then it has a little bit of a opening up towards your waistline. However, you can layer it the way that I did if you want to be a little bit more conservative. It does have the button closure in the front. This sweater is 100% acrylic. Also guys, it does have the beautiful 3D rolls. You can remove it from the sweater if you would like to. The sweater is very stretchy. Again, I did select the pants in a medium as well as the sweater. All right, and this next look is so cute, so gorgeous. Selected the pants in a medium as well as the top. I love the fact that the pants are very, very loose fitting. They are so flattering. Now, the pants does have a little bit of an elastic in the back, and so if you wanted to size down, you could. If you wanted it to be a little bit more cinched at the waist. I love the fact that the pant has the piping. All right, and as far as the color is concerned, on camera, I know that you probably noticed that the color is just a little bit off. However, when you see it in person, it does match a lot closer. I love this t-shirt. So guys, this is a turtleneck. However, it has a t-shirt feel, and it is so comfortable. Also, I like the fact that the neckline of the shirt is not very restricting. And so despite the fact that it is a turtleneck, you still feel a sense of comfort around your neck. Again, it is not restricting, and that's simply because of the fabric. Now, I would suggest that you size down on the t-shirt, the turtleneck t-shirt. Definitely size down. Just an overall really cute outfit. Last but not least, we have this gorgeous two-piece satin set. Now guys, again, everything that I've shown you, it can be purchased separately. Okay, so you don't have to buy it in sets the way that I selected my options. I selected the pants in a size large, and that's simply because of the fact that they are satin. I wanted them to flow a lot better, and I wanted them to flow, just kind of skim my body but still accentuate my waistline. And then also the shirt, I did select the shirt in a size medium. I would definitely recommend that you purchase your shirt and maybe go up a size. As far as the fit, it is so comfortable, guys. The pants has a elastic waistline, so they are pull-on pants. They have the pockets, and then the shirt is just a simple button down, but the satin feel is just beautiful. Guys, this outfit can be worn a couple of different ways. I did cinch mine at the waistline, but if you want more of a relaxed feel, you can just wear it straight. What I'm going to do is make sure that I leave all of the links in the description box below. And of course, if StyleWe is gracious enough to offer us an additional discount code, I'll make sure that I leave that below as well. Once again, I would like to thank StyleWe for sponsoring today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and on to the vlog. Hey girls, welcome back to another vlog. Guys, we're getting ready to go get the car inspected really quickly. After that, we're probably gonna just run to the grocery store. I want to try to make this like lasagna pasta. It's called lasagna soup, but I'll just call it pasta because I don't necessarily want to use lasagna noodles. So yeah, we're gonna go do that, and then we'll come back home. Guys, this is gonna be like a really cute, quick, chatty, little fun vlog, and that's simply because I don't have a lot going on today. Also, it is gloomy, it is gross outside, it is cold, and y'all know the head bombshell does not do the cold weather. So anyway, girls, I am having a little bit of trouble with my gimbal, and so I'm probably just gonna have to take you guys on the Sony or whatever, because girl, the gimbal is tripping. It's acting like it does not want to rotate and do the things that I needed to do. So yeah, but anyway, girls, let me put this back on the charger, and then I'll just see you guys when we get in the car. All right, girls. Okay, I'm just trying to check out this angle real quick. Baby, let's get some heat circulating in old Bessie. Oh, y'all, I cannot handle this cold temperature. And I know a lot of the girls, oh, let me be careful. I know a lot of the girls are like, it's only 60 degrees. But guys, we're Houstonians, and we are not used to any kind of cold weather. We're not used to anything colder than about 75 degrees, girl. I got my jacket. I need to put that on. But anyway, y'all, let me get situated and stuff, and get the air and stuff situated, and then I'll give you guys a call back. All right, girls.
All right,
okay,
so
let me turn this down. Y'all know I'm over here listening to the latest and greatest of the gossips. But wait a minute, girl. Let's get into some things, honey. Did you guys see what's going on between Tamar and Funky Dineva? And I'm just like, that is a cautionary tale of the minute you become uncomfortable, get up and leave. Do you guys know how many times I wished the literally second I became uncomfortable, I should have left? I don't know how you start feeling that little weird shift when you're out and about. And you just kind of try to, your brain tries to conceptualize. Is that the right word? Your brain tries to understand. Let's simplify it. Girl, your brain be trying to understand where the shift came from. You know, like your brain just won't compute like where this weird energy came from. My advice to anybody out there, the seasoned bombshells or the baby bombshells alike, the minute you get in a situation like that and that energy starts to shift, or you start feeling weird, go ahead on and head out, baby. Go ahead on and log out, and don't even feel no kind of way about it. But he was saying the drama is, before I get into my dissertation and symposium, basically Tamar implied that she threw a birthday party for him, and the day after the birthday party, she woke up and her teeth were missing, and you know, she pulled up to the scene with her teeth missing, and she still don't know what happened. So he gave her a warning shot and was like, hey, don't do this, leave me alone. And then she went on L'Oreal's podcast and she talked about it again, and she was like, I threw a friend a birthday party. And when she said that, Funky didn't even read in between the lines, and he done came out, girl, talking about she was messing with me in DC's and
girl, it is just a lot. And he was just saying like he don't know what happened to her because he didn't feel comfortable going up to her apartment with her when they went upstairs, because she went upstairs with Mandici's and Mandici's best friend. And I'm just like, at that point his inhibitions were not as low, and so he knew to not carry on in the situation. But as fickle as Tamar is, like you guys see, every time you look up, Tamar is mixed up in some type of crazy shenanigans, some type of crazy drama. And it's like he was saying that he was excited about the friendship because he was like, finally she'll be able to be around some good people. When you have someone who is as toxic as Tamar is, who is as complicated, and who is as committed to misunderstanding everything and victimizing herself, she is the quintessential definition of the villain becomes the victim. In every story, she's the victim. You got to stay. You cannot be the good person. You cannot save people like that. You just have to let them be, and you just have to let them stew in their own juices. Because every time you look up, it's something, or either she doesn't come to the defense of her friends. Even with the Krishan Rock situation, and Krishan attacked one of her friends, James Chanel Wright. Tamar didn't do anything. She didn't do anything. And so you got to be very cognizant and careful about people like that. And don't ever think that you're going to be the savior in the situation. And also, whether it's a person that is very dramatic, or even if you are in a situation and you go around somebody and you're good, you know, you feel a good connection with them, and they people acting funny towards you, get your ass up and leave. I'm telling you now. Like, there should never be a situation where you walk into something, or you're invited into something, or you're around someone and then you meet their friends, and they friends acting funny towards you. I mean, maybe there are situations like that, but I be feeling like situations like that is like that person has been saying some disparaging things about you. Then now, let me just correct myself. Maybe that's not always the case, but you just got to be careful. I don't want to be around, you know, the only reason why I'm saying that is because, you know, when he went around Tamar and her friends when they were doing the video shoot, he overheard her friends kind of saying something. He just kept observing things. It was signs. You know how they say there will be signs? It was just so many signs of, you know, this is just not right. And I think sometimes we second guess ourselves, especially when you're a little bit more seasoned. And I think what I'm realizing is, like, all of those lessons and things that you were taught as a kid, you have to re-implore those things to your life as an adult. Because even as an adult, you can still get mixed up with messy people. You can still get in dramatic or unfortunate situations that contain a lot of drama. You can still get mixed up in stuff like that. And you think that because you are seasoned, you have a lot of wisdom and you have a lot of knowledge, you think that you're above those situations, and you absolutely are not. And you can still also be the victim of people who kind of come into your life and their actions impede on you. So just be mindful and be careful. Because, like, look at Funky Dineva. Like, he ain't nobody to play with. But Tamar still thought she could play with him. You know what I'm saying? You can't play with everybody. And then I was listening to Ashley Miller, and Ashley was saying, like, why would you mess with him or get caught up in it when you know you're not equipped? She does not have the equipment. It's not a lot of people who got the equipment to go bar for bar or toe to toe with the girls from Florida. I don't know a lot of people who can just, baby, the girls from Florida, when it comes to just the lethal cussing of the outing, like, do you really want to spar from one of the girls from Florida? Do you? I would want no portion of that. Because think about it. Everybody that's from Florida, let's go down the list. Tia Kemp, Funky Dineva, Peach McIntyre. Who else is from Florida? Who be chewing the grass up? T.S. Madison. I could go on and on and on. Oh, Dr. Heavenly. The girls from Florida is not to be dealt with. Okay? You better keep it real cute and real cordial with them. But anyway, okay, y'all, I be going on the DP and I'm sorry. But anyway, the moral of the story is be careful of the company you keep. And even if it is the best company, the minute you start feeling uncomfortable, i.e., you got a friend that likes to sleep with married men, and every time y'all go somewhere, the married man pops up. Girl, go ahead on and head out. Go ahead on and head out. And that's what that Funky that needs to say, because now Tamar is trying to sue him, girl. She done sent a letter talking about she wants to dispel, I guess, the lies or what have you about the rumor regarding them messing around, regarding her having an inappropriate relationship. Baby, when girl, y'all, I ought to put just a snippet of some of the stuff that he was saying. But yeah, she is messing with Yandy Luther King's husband, girl. So we're gonna see how this unfolds. But anyway, I think that's enough. Y'all, I'm not perfect, okay? I'm a nice girl, I'm a kind girl, I'm a sweet girl, but I still likes a little bit of good gossip every now and again, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, I think that's enough of the gossip for today. But yeah, we're headed to the dealership. You know what, maybe we should look at a few cars while we're there, just for, you know, just because, you know, why not? I can't even talk today. Why not? We might as well. We're gonna be in the neighborhood or in the dealership. So yeah, maybe we'll do that. But anyway, I'll give you guys a call back once we get there. All right, girls, y'all, this one is nice. I think this is the QX80. It's too big though, but some of these cars are open or whatever, but this one is nice. Now y'all know I probably won't be getting another Infinity, but it's still nice to look in them while you are here, girl. But this, baby, this is giving Magic School Bus. Oh, it has 3 rows. No, this is too big, but it is very nice. So I love the chocolate interior trimmed in black. It looks like a little bit like off black, maybe. Really cute. This is the front. Very nice, I must say. Girl, let's see how much it is though. I can't even see. Girl, this y'all, this car is too tall. I can't even see all the way up there. All right, this is the QX60. Super cute, but still too big. Girl, how y'all be driving these big old SUVs, girl? Okay, this one is cute. This one is a little bit smaller. It looks a little bit smaller. Yeah, girl. I need something like, you know, just small, a lot small. Yeah, this is still too big, but it's cute. All right, girls, I am back. I didn't really get to film that much at the dealership. I took some pictures of some cars, but girl, Infinity, their cars are huge. So I asked the guy, I was like, are you gonna have something to replace the QX50? He was like, yeah, we have a 65 coming out, a QX65, and I'm like, because girl, them cars are humongous. So anyway, we did pass the inspection, but, and it's always a big but, girl, we have to, we need a radiator. And so it's like, golly, if it's not one thing, it's the other. And so he was like, it's not that bad, but of course he was like, you can't be, you know, trying to go out of town and, you know, all of that kind of stuff or whatever. So, you know, he was saying I can drive it to do, you know, just the stuff I've been doing, but, you know, that's something we need to fix or whatever. And so I said, okay. So he said he did detect like a small leak. But anyway, so yeah, we got that going on. But life goes on, girl. I'm so tired of just being stressed out about stuff, you know? So I'm like, well, I'll get to that. When I get to it, he's going to send me a quote and we'll go from there. But in the meantime, in between time, we're going to make this lasagna soup. However, I don't necessarily know if I want mine to be like super... I don't want it to be too soupy, but I also don't want it to be like too thick. So I want it to be just right in between or whatever. And so I need to stop at one of these grocery stores and buy some pasta and some ground turkey, and whatever else we need. I'll go back and look at the recipe. So yeah, we'll be doing that. And then I need an opinion on like how I should redo the living room, like if I should move the sofa. I don't know, we'll see when we get there. I have too many thoughts going on, but anyway, I just wanted to give you guys an update or whatever, but I'll give you guys a call back when I get to the house. All right, girls, so let's get into this dish. We are starting off by boiling the noodles in some beef broth, low sodium. We're gonna let the noodles boil. Also, guys, I know I said we were gonna do lasagna soup. However, I'm gonna be honest, I got a little bit intimidated, and so I decided that we would try something more like a maybe pasta bolognese or whatever. Girl, it's just gonna be a pasta dish. We're kind of winging it. I'm gonna let the noodles boil. I'm gonna let them get al dente, and then we are going to make the ground meat. And of course, we'll then start kind of putting our ingredients together after that. All right, girls, so the pasta is boiling. We need to make the meat. I'm gonna let the pasta boil a little bit more before I start making the meat, but I just wanted to set the mood and get it nice and cozy in here. I wish I had like something to drink, but you guys know I'm very much a lightweight. I used to really enjoy drinking. It used to be like my thing. I was a social drinker, and I won't say that I would overindulge, but it definitely was something that I would look forward to. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of put me into more of a party girl type of mode. And innately, that is not who I am. I'm not necessarily a party girl. And so, yeah, but I just don't enjoy drinking as much as I used to. Plus, if I drink too much of the wrong thing, baby, when I tell you, y'all, my face be swelling up. Does it happen to anyone else? Like when you drink, does your face swell? My face will swell really bad, specifically my eyes. They will swell up. And y'all remember that episode of Morton when he got beat up by Tommy Hearns? That's what my face be looking like. Or either I be looking like Leon Spinks. It literally looks like, or it like my face will look like I have been in a fight the next morning after drinking. So yeah, it's just not my thing. And then girl, it just takes a lot out of me. I have my vices, but drinking is not one of them. I don't know, it's just crazy how your body changes so much when you get older. And the things you could do when you were 25, you cannot do that anymore. Like how back in the day you could just go, like when I was in my 20s, I could literally go to work, come home, take a shower, go to the club, be at the club till 3 o'clock in the morning, come home, go to sleep, wake up, take a shower, and be at work at 8 o'clock in the morning. And I couldn't dare do that now. Like I wouldn't mind a cute little jazz club situation, but I know like for me, I want to go out, I want to do my thing, and I don't want to really necessarily be out after 12 p.m., you know, unless I'm just having a really great time. Okay, wait a minute, I hear the pasta. Hold on, girl. All right, girls, so of course we are using ground turkey, which is my fave. We're gonna season the ground turkey with 21 seasoning saute. This is from Trader Joe's. Guys, if you have a Trader Joe's in your area, please get some of this. When I tell you, you can literally put this on any and everything. It is so good. So we're gonna add that. We're gonna add my favorite, I love steak seasoning. So let's put a little bit of that in there. Girl, you also need to go to Aldi and get this steak seasoning. Baby, it is so good. And then we're gonna add some minced onions. And you can be a little bit heavy-handed with the seasoning since none of this has like a lot of sodium in it. And it's really good. So yeah, after that, we're just gonna ground this up. And then I'm gonna be using, let's see here. I'm gonna be using HEB 4 cheese pasta sauce. I love HEB brand, girl. I had no idea that their brand of their store brand is just as good as, you know, like name brand products. And if I'm not mistaken, I think a lot of their stuff is made here in Texas. if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, girls, so let me turn the heat up on this a little bit so we won't be here all night trying to make this pasta dish happen. And then, girls, I'm gonna be honest, I am enjoying cooking in my pots. You guys know that these pots were sent over by a company. These are LeBoeuf pots. And they actually reached out again and they wanted to send me another pot set, but I'm kind of like, no. I think at this point I have enough. Oh, you know what? I didn't even think about this, girl. I could have actually, you know what? I definitely could have given those away as a Christmas gift. I didn't even think about that. Maybe I'll email them back. I don't know. But the other pot set is like, it's gorgeous, girl. But it's like a cream color. So anyway, okay, girl, I'm not gonna talk your head off. Let me brown the meat up a little bit, and then I'll give you guys a call back when it's time for us to kind of start putting everything together. All right, girls, we have the meat. But we're gonna slowly start putting the pasta in. And we're gonna give it a little bit of a stir. Okay, let's add a little bit more pasta. Okay, so now that I've added a little bit, I'm just gonna add a little bit at a time. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add the pasta sauce. Okay. Ooh, that looks good. So I need to add a little bit more broth because I want it to be, I don't want it to be like super soupy, but I also don't want it to be super thick. I just want a kind of like a happy medium. Let me add a little bit more broth. And you know what? I know this is probably like not the right pot to cook in, but I love this. This is literally my favorite pot. I should be using the Dutch oven, but why would I do a thing like that? This is Rock's Ratchet Kitchen, even though I don't have on my costume today. Okay, it's looking good. Let me give it a little bit of a taste. Let's see. Oh my God. Oh my God, it's really good. Okay, let's add a little bit more pasta. And we're gonna add a little bit more sauce. Oh my God, y'all, this is so freaking good. Ooh, and girl, we got some garlic bread. Okay, I'm gonna turn the heat up a little bit. Oh my God, this looks amazing. Oh, you know what? Maybe not too much heat, because again, we kind of want to do more of a simmer as opposed to like a hardcore boil. Okay, girls, we're gonna add the rest of the pasta sauce. In fact, I might just put a little bit of water in here. Okay, that should be good enough. Okay, now I'm probably gonna turn the heat up because even though it looks delectable and delicious, it is just a little bit looser than I want, but this is the consistency of it right here. So it's, you know what, it's not too bad, but I just want it to be just a little bit thicker. Okay, girls, we accidentally got 5 cheese bread. The goal was to get garlic bread. Obviously, I was not paying attention, but that's okay. So yes, girl, I'm now adding some sour cream. Guys, you can use mascarpone cheese if you want, but again, if you're like me, you're not a cheese girly, then sour cream is perfect. And this is how the bread came out. Again, you guys saw that I put it on the griddle for a few minutes, and then I put it in the air fryer for about 5 minutes. And so yeah, it is nice and toasty and golden on this side and cheesy on this side. So let's give it a taste. All right, girls, so this is the finished results. It looks so good. So let's see. Let's try it with a little bit of the sour cream. Yeah. This is good. Now let's try a little bit of the bread. Super cheesy. If you girls love cheese, then you definitely should get this. I'm pleasantly surprised. Wow. Oh my God, this is so good. All right, girls, I had to kind of get the house tidied up a little bit. Sorry if this camera is at a weird angle. The gimbal is kind of acting like it wants to work again. But anyway, girl, I'm over here trying to clear out some of this storage so I can have enough room to upload the vlog from today. But anyway, have you guys heard about the case of Ramika Meeks? She was a young lady. I'm trying to get a few more details, but from what I understand, she was going to pick up her son or her daughter, her kid from school, and some type of way the father and the father's girlfriend ended up getting into an altercation with her, and the father's girlfriend basically kills Ramika. Well, for a while, people were just wondering like what was going to be done. Why was this girl still free? Well, I found out today that the girl is in jail. But what's so crazy is this girl lost her life over the situation. The other girl is getting ready to go to jail, and the guy is still free to live his life. And more than likely, he is going to find someone else, because they said when women go to jail and they're in a relationship, a lot of times men don't stay committed. They just go on with their life. Not to say that he shouldn't go on with his life, but I assure you that lady probably not even gonna be in jail, probably not even a year, and I assure you that he's probably gonna find a whole nother relationship, because unfortunately, you know, that's just what some people do now. On the contrary, you'll have a woman who will stay committed to a relationship. Girl, the man be in jail for life, and she will, it's like he's doing time and she'll do time with him. But my thing is this, baby, I don't date men in jail. I don't do that. But if I did, the minute you go to jail, I'm like, the judge broke us up. You know what I'm saying? So hold on, I'm sorry, I'm over here trying to delete some of these this stuff. But anyway, yeah, girl, the judge broke us up. I'm just saying, like, I know that may seem cold to some people, but I'm just thinking about how men don't always hold women down. And I don't want to speculate as to, what led up to the situation, but all I know is this: no man is worth it. I'm not gonna be out here fighting, over some guy, and then your whole life is gone. Okay, yeah. It's just not even worth it. But I want to get a little bit more, I want to get more details for you guys, because I don't want to, I at least want to have the full, the full story or whatever. So let me do a little bit more research so I can have, the actual meat and the potatoes, and the story will make sense. So anyway, I'm going to go do a little bit of research real quick, delete some of this stuff so we can get ready to edit this vlog, and then I'll give you guys a call back in a few minutes. Okay, I went back and did a little bit more due diligence. So basically, the girl who killed Ramika Meek's name is Holly Johnson. The boyfriend of Holly Johnson is Carlos. I think Peoples. I hope that's correct. But we'll just say Carlos. Carlos was also the father of Ramika's, so he and Ramika shared a son. It honestly just sounds like he was playing two women against each other. He was telling the girl Holly one thing, telling Ramika another thing. Ramika pretty much was ready to move on with her life. And for whatever reason, her and the other girl they kept going back and forth. Holly Johnson put a restraining order on the girl. However, she was the aggressor at the scene of the crime. She was the one who took Ramika's life. And so it's just an overall sad situation. I'm like, oh, and by the way, the Ramika was killed at her son's school, or not too far from the school. And I'm like, well, was this premeditated? Like, how did this even happen? But it just sounds like the guy, it's always about a man, unfortunately. It just sounds like he was the one kind of keeping up a lot of drama. And that's because the girl Holly, she knew a lot of stuff about Ramika. So anyway, I just didn't know if you guys had heard about this case. If not, look it up. The Ramika Meeks was from, and they say one minute I hear the last name is Meeks, the other minute I hear that it's like Blackwell or something like that. But anyway, look it up, because Holly Johnson has been charged with murder. This happened a couple of months ago, but she was just charged today. So yeah, girl, it's just really, really sad and unfortunate. And it's never worth it when it's over a man. It's never worth it. And now you in jail. You ain't never coming home. Or even if you do, by the time you come home, this guy's going to be moved on, and probably then had another litter of kids, because he had quite a few kids probably around town or whatever. So yeah, it's not worth it. But anyway, so yeah, girl, let me finish clearing some of this data and stuff off of this iPad. Let me finish doing that. I just wanted to come back and give you guys, some more information. So let me finish doing this, and then I'll give you guys a call back. All right, girls, before we retire to the room, I was thinking about moving the sofa to this wall right here. But behind the sofa, we could do a gallery wall of art. However, what in the world am I going to do with the television and the credenza? The problem is this. So behind the sofa, you see these gorgeous curtains, but unfortunately they do not hit the ground completely. Because the ceilings are so high, I was not able to find the curtains in, honestly, I would need the curtains to be 105 inches long. Now, I did find a company that wanted to send me some curtains or whatever, similar to what we have now. And so maybe I can arrange to get them to custom, do some custom curtains for me, and we can just kind of, get together on a collab. So yeah, that's just something I've been thinking about, but I just wonder what we're going to do with the credenza and the television, because I would not want that to block the TV. So you guys are really good at giving me ideas. In fact, one of you girls gave me the idea to put a tile on the credenza in the hallway instead of trying to have somebody finish it. So I thought that was a good idea. But this is a really pretty nice living room space. It's just I want to kind of open it up a little bit more, and I just feel like moving the sofa, putting it against the wall with a with the artwork and stuff would be really cute. But that just kind of leaves us to try to figure out what to do with everything else. I was even thinking about taking those gorgeous chairs out of the bedroom and putting them in here, but we would just have to figure out a way to incorporate everything. So anyway, I just wanted to show you guys this so I can get y'all's opinion.
That's just a fact.
After everything that has unfolded, I have to think twice about how that situation went down. I believe so. I do believe so. I have to. And you can see now why someone like a Puff will want someone like a Pop out the picture. Pop was vilified while he was alive. Puff was exalted.
All right, girls. So y'all, I finished cleaning up the kitchen. I tidied everything up. The house smells amazing. I got everything nice and organized, so when I wake up in the morning, I can just hit the ground running. So yeah, I feel like so proud of myself. I hope this camera angle is not too wonky. Hold on. That's a little bit better. You see how I brought the y'all see how I got the fireplace in here and the TV? And I know you guys are like, why? Well, because I'm going to finish watching the Diddy documentary, but I also wanted to have a cute little cozy feel in here as well. And then I'm going to be editing, so I'm going to have some cute little background music and also a nice cute little fireplace as well. So anyway, yeah, that's what we have going on. But y'all, this is what I wanted to talk about before we end the vlog. I saw a girl. She said she's tired of her friends sugarcoating the fact that it's her weight that's stopping her from meeting someone. She was like, her friends be like, oh girl, no, it's not your weight, it's not that. And she was just like, I'm over it. And my thing is like, I wish that I could have let her know just one-on-one that it is absolutely not your weight. It's just, how guys are these days. And so I think that's the biggest misconception. People think like if they lose like a whole lot of weight that they're gonna meet like all of these guys. And yes, you will meet a lot of people, but it's really about the quality, not the quantity. But I don't necessarily feel like it's your weight. Like if you are a little bit thicker, I don't necessarily feel like it's your weight that's stopping you from meeting people. A lot of times, honestly, and it just depends on the age group, and this is really sad, but I've seen this a lot with like people in their 20s and early 30s. They will be interested in someone, but depending on their friend group, they will allow their friend group to stop them from dating someone. I've seen this happen, but that's more common in guys. They'll be attracted to someone or be interested in someone, but then they will let their friends be like, oh, now, or they will be worried about what their friends think, and that will stop them from making a real connection. I've seen that as well. And so it's crazy or whatever, but I think that used to be my biggest misconception. Like, you're heavy, you think you're gonna, oh, when I get small, I'm gonna be meeting all these guys. And I think at the time when I was heavier, I met a better, I guess I met guys with better, higher integrity, because what people don't tell you, like when you start losing weight, you start meeting a lot of guys that are a lot more shallow. And that's the thing that people don't tell you. And so a lot of times you get small and, cute, and, well, you already cute, but you know what I mean? Sometimes you'll lose the weight and you do get a little bit more attention, but it's because people are a lot more shallow. So you don't get to make really deep connections, because a lot of times they do just want to show you off to their friends, you know, like your arm candy, or sometimes they only have a physical attraction to you. They don't want anything beyond that. You know what I'm saying? And so I just wanted to contribute to that conversation, but you know, have it with you guys or whatever. And then one girl, she was saying how she lost a lot of weight and she lost her roster. Like all of the guys that she used to date when she was heavier, they don't want to deal with her anymore. And you know, that could happen too, you know what I'm saying? Because some men prefer, you know, women that are more voluptuous, that are more curvy. But what I seen people saying in her comment section was like, well, yeah, you may have lost the guys that you had on your roster, but you might attract a higher caliber of men. Now, I don't know about that, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I thought those were pretty interesting concepts. But I'm very, very proud of myself. I'm so happy that, you know, I did this vlog today, even though I don't have like a super crazy life or whatever. Typically my day is consistent of waking up, you know, praying, filming content like sponsorships and stuff behind the scenes or whatever, looking for a job, you know, studying, trying to understand what these companies are looking for, scrolling on TikTok, you know, that or whatever. And of course I would add exercise, but you know, your girl been a little bit lazy lately, but we got to get back on it. So yeah, today, you know, we had a few errands. So we went to the dealership, we cooked a little something, did a little cleaning and a lot of chatting. And so I'm pretty proud of myself. I do not know what this vlog is going to be giving. I hope that it's cute and it's fun or whatever, and I hope that you guys enjoy. But before I close the vlog out, girl, I'm gonna put a clip of me at the very, very end. This clip was from 1,000 years ago when I was trying to be a country singer, and I was trying to, like, you know, send off my I was trying to audition so I could be on American Idol and all of these shows or whatever. And so it's basically just like a little throwback clip of me, you know, trying to be a country singer. So I figured you guys would enjoy that. But no, let me stop joking, okay? No, seriously, it's a clip of me when I was bored one day and I was on Snapchat, girl, and I was singing these country songs and just using different filters or whatever. So I thought it was pretty funny, and I thought it was something that you guys would enjoy. So I'll put that at the end of the vlog. But yeah, I don't think I have anything else to talk about other than you know, maybe the Diddy trial. But we'll talk, I mean, not the Diddy trial, but the Diddy documentary. We'll talk about that in the next vlog, because I gotta kind of watch it again so I can, you know, kind of pick up on some of the things that people have been talking about that maybe I didn't catch when I watched it before. So yeah, but anyway, girls, stay tuned for the clip. But anyway, y'all, wait a minute, that didn't sound right. Let me try to smooth that out. All right, girls, make sure you stay tuned for the clip. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Why'd you come in here looking like that with your cowboy boots and your painted on jeans, all dressed up like a rodeo king? Why'd you come in here looking like that?
If there's a cure for this, I don't want